So then let's start how we do this intelligent material supply for workstation with last mile management. So we are happy we have a building, we are happy we have lights, but maybe I will start with introduce my company, Bossard. So we are an international trading company with engineering and logistic solutions. Our headquarters are in Zug in Switzerland. We are in 30 countries in 80 locations, and it's about 2,500 employees. So we have also a joint venture with SSI-Magotag. SSI-Magotag is the world leader of smart e-paper display. So if you go to your retail and buy some food, then you will see this intelligent labels on with the price tag. This is a startup that supports technology and solutions, and they have their smart industrial IoT platform called Sepio. The PDI and Bossard, both of them have access to this technology. I will explain now in the next few minutes. So the business model of Bossard in general is the product. So we delivering fastener technology solutions. So there's 1 million different parts that we serve to our customer all over the world. Then we have a part about engineering, what we call assembly technology expert, how we calculate fastener, do streamlining of assortment, or helping you do an efficient assembly process. And the third core competence that we have is the smart factory logistics. That's how we bring the material from our warehouse to your docks and then maybe also to your working place. If you have your company, then maybe it's not that clear like here, but there is material that arrives the building. Then maybe you have a supermarket or a central warehouse. Then you maybe have a main line. You have some pre-working stations that are locked close to the main line. Then you have pre-assembly areas, and all this need material. And maybe lots of different small screws, nuts, bolts, O-rings, or whatever, and also heavier parts. And to support this material flow, we have different system and solutions. And in the first step, I will explain you two of our systems, and one is our Smart Bin Cloud. This is in a way a bin and a scale under the bin. And we have an electronic display here where we can describe the product, what is in, but we can also bring some status information. So with this bin, we get weight data. This weight data we send to our system, and here we interpret it and find out if we have to order parts or not. If we have to order, we send the replenishment order to the warehouse, to our warehouse or to warehouses of other suppliers. We consolidate the material, ship it to the customer, and maybe a person of us or the customer itself does refill this bin. And this bin does again measure that the weight goes up, and then we know the material has arrived the point of use. So we have a full cycles control, and is very transparent. Another system is our smart label system. So here is in a way missing the scale. So it's a semi-automated system. It's often used at workplaces where the assembly guy is there and he knows when he needs additional material, then he pushes a button here. And then we have the same process that we get the signal to the supplier, we get a consolidated shipment, and the material is refilled, and you are ready to assemble. So that's in a way the systems below. And one service out of this we can do with such digital system. By the way, we have already about 350,000 scales all over the world at our customers. And with this last mile management, we have the chance to bring in the material to the point of use. And often this is not so a simple thing, because these productions are They are packed with machines, with working places, and maybe looks like this. Or here we need the material in these bins here where they assemble bogies for trains. Or what you see here, you need the material really at this place. Here we will assemble products and we need the screws, nuts, bolts, and everything to accessible for the workers in the assembly areas. Also here one is maybe not the best solution for logistics, but maybe a good solution to assemble here these products, but it's not, it's somehow difficult to refill this, to know what to refill, and we want to reduce this amount of work. Often this last mile from a central Kanban pool or from a warehouse, it's not well organized. Of course, there are some large company, they have good organization, but in the mid-size and small-size company, it's maybe a two-bin system. Someone has to collect bins and go back and grab material, or even the assembly personnel has go and grab material by themselves. That's often not very efficient. There's a lot of ways you do wrong. You may not use the optimized way. And now imagine you will always need and know which parts are needed, when they are needed, and where they are needed. If you have this information in a nice system, very transparent, maybe also as a standalone independent system to not integrate in all your ERP and different systems, so just simple to build up, then we end up with a last mile management. With a last mile management, we try to do this all more efficient. We want to digitalize the information flow. We want to support the milk runner, what they have to pick, how they have to pick, and where to bring. And that we do with our two systems, Smart Label or Smart Bin. So imagine you have either your Smart Bin or your Smart Labels at these working places. And in the Smart Bin, if the stock goes down, then the signal will be created automatically. Or maybe here you have some Smart Label. The worker press the button because he thinks he needs additional material. So this information goes to the last mile management system. And from here, we create an electronic picking list. So it's not a paper we print out, it's real on a tablet or on a phone that you know what to pick. Now, your milk runner has this tablet on his trolley, and then he will be guided through the picking area in an efficient way, so we know the best way to pick these goods. So he has not to run from the first to the last rack and back to the third one and so on. So it's really efficient then going through here. And if you have to pick in another warehouse, also this will be done in an optimal route. If the milk runner has picked the material, the system calculates now what's the right way or the optimal way to unload the material, and he will advise the milk runner which location he has to go and what he has to refill. And so he will be guided through the factory. And because everything is digital, in an example, you have nothing to deliver here, then the route will be going direct this way, and he can save then some distance and time to refill the material. So the whole thing runs on an app, so you can either do this on a phone or maybe a little more comfortable on a tablet, because then you have bigger information. In here now it says, okay, go to the first rack, to the 17th box, and pick 100 pieces. And then if you have done this, you just swipe and say, okay, it's picked. And then it tells you where you have to go. Then you have to go to section 2, and the one you have, you can take this box number 1 and put this in the first rack in the first box in this section 2. If you have done this, you just swipe, and then this is defined or confirmed. So to repeat it here, so when you have on your location, and that could be tons, there's maybe 50 to 100 different locations where you have hundreds or thousands of boxes. You can either define the demand via the scale, it's fully automated, or via the smart label. By the way, here we have also an LED on it. So with the LED, then we can also support pick by light and put by light, so to help the milk runner to find the product much faster. So if we have here this information, what we have to deliver, so we'll transfer it and put it to an electronic picking list on the tablet. And we can also integrate the warehouse of the customer, or even an automated warehouse, that this system then send a data file to this automated warehouse. This automated warehouse will pick the goods and make it ready. And if it's confirmed back to last mile management, then the milk runner will be informed that he can pick up this material also. And then he will be guided through the factory to the right locations where he has to unload the material he has loaded to his trolley or whatever. And then he can do the refill here. And then everything is fine, it's organized, it's more efficient. If I put this together, so we have an optimized material flow. It's a reduction of movement. It's also flexible to reconfigure for reconfiguration. So everything can be done on the app. So you have not to run to the office, to the screen. And we can increase the efficiency. As an example, also here with HGVs. So last mile management is able to talk to HGVs or other automated transporting systems. So you can say, okay, you have a milk runner who does just do the picking, and then you send it automatically to the next building, and there is another logistic that do the unload. The good thing is also the full transparency don't have how many times you have to refill this box or the other box with which quantities. And because we have dozens of these already operating, we have a high reliability with this system. And yeah, it is here to work 7 days, 24 hours. So that's in a short time explained what does our last mile management, and you can get it from Bossard or from PDI Digital.